What's going on, guys? It's your boy Turtle to Fly. Finally, I know y'all been waiting for a while. A few people's been hitting me up asking when I'm gonna drop the next video, but the ones that are real close to me know that I just had my beautiful daughter, so I've been hanging with the family, taking care of my kid. I've been adjusting my mic around to try to fix the wind resistance, and hopefully it sounds pretty decent for y'all guys. I'm just gonna go on a small little ride on this wonderful Sunday. I've just been doing a lot of thinking, and I've been reading a lot of articles and seeing on the internet a lot of people talking about Harley Davidson and their future. So today I'm going to give y'all a little brief example of my own personal opinion and what I think about Harley Davidson. Alright guys, so here we go, my little input on what I think about Harley Davidson and what's going on. The ones that know me know I ride a 2014 Dyna Lowrider with a 103 twin cam, and she is a beast. But I've been seeing a lot of news, and you know, Harley Davidson just acquired a new CEO, Jochen Zeitz. I'm not sure how to really say his name, but yeah, that's how you say it. But anyways, he's taking over Harley, so the future for Harley Davidson is about to be a little interesting. And the way I've been reading the articles and taking from it is that it's going to be an interesting journey for Harley Davidson. So from what I'm reading, Harley Davidson's plans for the rest of this year is that 75% of the US dealerships are not going to receive any new bikes the rest of this year, from what I'm reading, from what the CEO has addressed to the company. So what that means for the rest of Harley dealerships for the rest of this year, I'm curious. And also he said that he's trying to push more used bikes instead of new bikes. So I have a feeling Harley is gonna kind of be like Ferrari, because you know, Ferrari, if you go to a Ferrari dealership, you walk in, they maybe have like 2, 3, 4 displays, and that's about it. And if you want like the special edition, or you want like this color, or you want like this interior, you have to special order it. And then they make it at the manufacturer, and then they ship it to the dealership, and then they ship it to wherever you want to get the car from. Well, it's the way it seems from what the CEO is addressing is that's what basically he's trying to do with Harley Davidson. So making less bikes to attract, I guess, like more customers. So like if you basically have like limited edition Harleys, so like a 2021 would be a limited edition, there may be like 200 of them shipped throughout the US. It's probably gonna be more, but that's just what I'm taking from it. It's gonna be a small of bikes at each dealership. And if you want a particular bike, I guess you're just gonna have to order it. So with that being said, I kind of like it, because think about it. If just say Harley says F it for like 2021 and doesn't come out with a bike until like 2022, or they come out with new models every 2 years, which I think is a smart idea, because you can't run a motorcycle company the way you run a car dealership. You can't. Yeah, a lot of people own motorcycles. A lot of people do. And Harley Davidson has the biggest share in North America for sales. But to save money and to be more smart, considering you got Indian now, that got bought out by $1 billion company, Polaris. They have the backing to sit and pay their engineers whatever they need to pay them to come out with bad motors, like badass motors. And like the new Indian Challenger, I feel like they really came out with that name to challenge Harley Davidson, and that it did. It really did. From the views I've seen, I haven't got a chance to ride one. Maybe I can get a chance to ride one in the future and put it on the channel and give my own personal opinion about it. But from what I've seen, the suspension seems to be 10 times better. The power is better. The acceleration is better. The wind resistance is better. Like all around, everything seems to be better. And if I was Harley, I would come out with new bikes every 2 years, and I would sit back and just really take the time to manufacture better engines. Remodel like the whole entire motorcycle. Suspension, frame, weight distribution, handling, performance, torque. Just redo it all. Just redo it all. Another thing that's also been hurting Harley is the tariff on steel and aluminum. The government put a 25% tariff on steel and a 10% tariff on aluminum, which Harley gets majority of their steel from overseas, which hurts them. And that being the case, that adds another $2,000 to $2,200 extra for each Harley Davidson you buy. And yet people give them shit for selling not cheap motorcycles, but yet you make it harder for them as an American company to continue making cheap like to even push forward to make a cheap motorcycle or a reasonable motorcycle to buy for somebody on a low budget. But in my honest opinion, I personally don't see Harley Davidson being expensive. The media is to say, oh, Harley's just so expensive. It's not the case. And think about Harleys. They're like an heirloom. You can literally ride this bike probably maybe 1,000,000 miles, because you can literally rebuild the engine just like that. There's so many parts out there to rebuild these things. It's ridiculous. Now you can go online and order one right now. And that's also another thing that's different from Indian and Harley. Indian's not that popular enough to just have plentiful stuff just sitting around just so you can rebuild an engine with aftermarket parts without having to be OEM parts from the manufacturer. That's another thing. You don't have to. People think you have to spend like $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 on a bike when you really don't. Yeah, there's Harleys with like 50,000, 60,000 miles on them. But a lot of people have took care of those bikes, and you can find one. You could even find a Road Glide with like 65,000 thousand miles on it for $5,000-$6,000, and it still can run up to 100,000 miles before you even maybe have to rebuild the motor. Just depends on the past owner and how well he took care of the bike. Student driver. I remember those days. But he has it easy though. That's a pup trailer and a day cab. Huh. But anyways, like my bike for example, I plan on keeping this for a long time. But yeah, that's just my opinion on what I think about Harley Davidson and their future. I don't think they're gonna crash at all. Like, you live, you learn, you move on. And Harley's just in that space where I really think they're about to just think about the future, move on. And some people might hate Harley Davidson after some of the decisions they make, but I mean, it's a business. You got to change with the times. If you don't, you're gonna fail. Just hit me up in the comments if you want a video request, or have certain things you want me to talk about, or certain things you want me to do, or reviews you want me to do. Just hit me up in the comments and I'll get back to you, and I'll try to make it happen. I do not like this intersection at all. But yeah, I really appreciate y'all tuning in, and let me know what y'all think about the video. But I'm gonna get off here, y'all, and y'all have a good one. Y'all stay safe out there on two wheels. Deuces.